Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, now that I got my camera set up, well, I'm telling you, the toughest part about doing all this filming is filming it. Anyway, we're gonna get in here. We're doing this. This is the 2001 Chevrolet Venture van. It's got the 3.4 V6 with the 4T65E transmission. And I have got the famous fourth gear spline issue where basically I have no fourth gear, I have no overdrive. And so what's going on here, I've actually got the heads off this thing because the head gaskets were starting to go. And so I've pressed pause on the heads. I've got everything kind of apart there. I've got all my parts, and I figured while how I had everything stripped down, I will go ahead and attack this side cover, and then of course I'll be able to, you know, kind of move on down the trail. So I'm gonna let that record. I'm gonna get everything set up here. First thing I'm gonna do, let me have my air stretched out, yeah? Whoops. All right. I probably should have cleaned up a teeny bit before I started this, but we're good to go. Let me get some brake clean. Oh, that's right, I need brake clean. Ooh, I'm gonna do some of that tomorrow. Okay. All right, guys and gals, first thing I'm gonna do, even though it's probably just gonna make it more messy. So what I'm gonna do first, this boot here goes from here all the way up to there. There's really no way to move it up out of the way based on what I've seen. And there doesn't seem to be any sort of, you know, sometimes there's a clasp where you can separate, you know, and it basically opens up. This one doesn't, so I'm gonna go ahead and kind of clean everything. At the same time, I'm gonna clean the side cover, the upper level side cover. So I'm pretty deep into this setup here. I can't stand this O'Reilly's brake clean. How did we do? Did we get any big chunks on the camera? I think we're good. All right. So now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get out of park here. This thing really doesn't want to budge at all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to slice it. Well, the first thing I'm gonna do is read this because this might tell me a little bit. To help avoid damage, airbag system. Okay, so it's talking about the steering wheel, which is a good point. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna use the, okay, it's locked anyway. I'm gonna use the seat belt, which I should be filming this. So basically you're just gonna run. You're gonna run your steering belt. You're gonna run your seat belt through the bottom of the steering wheel to kind of make sure it can't spin very far. I'm gonna grab a razor. Because that's how I roll. And I am just going to split it right here. Okay. I know I didn't get the whole split here. Okay. So normally, like I said, these things have a way to separate them because obviously it can be a big old pain in the butt. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut a little gap in here. Okay, there's what I need right there. So we're just gonna come across here because honestly, guys, this boot is just keeping this thing from collecting dust, and I can retape this. So I've got access to there. And what I'll do is I'm just gonna get this bolt off right here and rock and roll. I'll have the steering disconnected. Then we'll move to the driver's side. That definitely need to clean up my tools so I can record better. We'll grab 12 and we'll grab 13 and 11. 15 and 11. Okay, we are at an 11 here. Let's see here. That's the right way. This thing hasn't been off in forever. Probably the first time this has ever been apart. This steering, and I think this bolt has some goobers on it. Hopefully you guys can still see this. Kind of cover it up a little bit. But if this is gonna make me grind away at this the whole time, I'm gonna get something else here. Boy, that is still. It actually is starting to loosen it already. Shout out to Vacation Time, the other YouTuber who has done a lot of work on these 3400s, 3100s as he likes to call them. This, you really just need to loosen up. See, it's already loose enough. And when I go to drop this cradle, this is probably gonna drop right out, but I'm gonna go ahead and get a pry bar and just sneak that out just a little bit. Or a screwdriver. Okay, whoop, bent my screwdriver a little bit, okay. Now, I pretty much know that's loose. It's loose enough to come off. I don't know if it's gonna give me enough clearance to actually come off. It should actually, but I don't really need it to. Let me get some more. My tools are basically clear over. They're not that far away, but they're on the other side of the garage, so I want this to separate just a teeny bit more here. Okay. So what I've done, what have I done? No. Basically, because that's such a tight clearance, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be able to just drop the cradle and this should fall right out. It really should, but because that's right there and it goes up to that point. So as you can see, it goes up. So there it sits. We're gonna just keep the steering wheel straight. That way this part here does not change positions. We're gonna do our best. Well, I haven't taken apart the brake, the caliper yet, so this is subject to change here. We'll deal with that later. What I'm saying is I might have to turn the wheels to, well, I guess I could just disconnect the tie rod, which I don't have to do anyway. All right, I'll do that. Okay, so we're gonna end this section here. This is basically getting to your steering column. I recommend, like Vacation Time had to do. There's no way to really move it around besides just doing a nice good slice. And what I'll do is I'll just get some tape. I'll clean this up really good, get some duct tape, and it'll be just as good as new. So that's that, and the next scene, we're gonna go ahead and take residence on the driver's side front and start dismantling the that area so we could drop the cradle and then get access to this side cover to pull that sucker off. Alrighty, over and out.